Um, yeah, just showing off my cool setup, my background. I'm very proud of this. Um, I'm probably just gonna be talking to myself, but I really wanted to play some more of Investigations. But I don't even know how loud this is. Give me 1 second. Ooh, I see myself. Crazy. Hold on. Okay, okay, I'm back. I think the audio is doable. Anyways, let me open up investigate. Ooh, one viewer. Hello. I don't know who that is. What's up? Okay, let me move. Ooh, shit. Ooh. Okay, hold on. No. Okay, just so we see the fresh idiot, kinky. Okay. So last time we found out that the killer was Jacques Portman, whose name is Sportsman because he's a man who plays sports. Isn't that crazy? And now we're on. Ooh, I don't know how good the audio is. Alexis! Anthony? Hi, Anthony. Oh my god, we should talk again one day. It's been very boring on my part. Like, high key, low key. Wow, y'all some real ones. Anthony! Hi. The murder that occurred in my office. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Thinking back, everything began on that fateful day 2 days ago. 2 days earlier? Oh, he's dead! Oh. Yes, everything began high up in the air, 9,000 feet in the air to be precise. Thank you for flying iFly Airlines. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. Hey, is the desktop audio okay? Like, is my voice loud enough? I don't really know how it's going. Oh! March 12th. Oh my god, he's dead! I don't know. Maybe he's in my room. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? I guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Huh. Slight turbulence indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Though admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. Ew. Hmm? What's this? A travel wallet. But it's not mine. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? My head. Why won't this headache go away? I'll take care of this travel wallet later. Or hand it off to an attendant. Ugh. Ugh. From earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. So, for y'all that don't know, in the original game, Edgeworth, he was traumatized by both earthquakes and elevators, so he's like, ooh, ooh. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. Oh, I guess we're getting an explanation. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. But how long am I going to let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I am a grown man now. I need to behave like one. It's Byakuya Togami! What the? What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your Ah! Oh, he's dead! Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer! Oh, no! You have it all wrong. It wasn't me. That was probably a really... Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I am one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Teniero. Unfortunately, we have just had a minor accident on this flight. Oh yeah, murder! A minor accident. Okay, girlie. An accident? Don't treat us like we're stupid. I caught a glimpse of it and it was a murder. What? Murder? What's going on with this flight? Everyone, please calm down. There's no reason to panic. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated. But someone was killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Let me off. Please, there is no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit. I ask that everyone please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor, and I assure you I am not the killer. Ha! Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy! Now you listen here. I am not the killer. I simply found the body. So you say, however, I'm sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. And there's even very strong incriminating evidence to back me up. What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about? We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, you will remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. I'm very sorry, but please understand our situation. Your situation? I'm more concerned with mine, and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just sit idly while I get accused of murder. Miss Teniero, is it? Yes. I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance to do what? A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you mean by incriminating evidence just now. To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous? You have a point. Very well. I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you'll only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. Ooh, harsh. Of course, as you will. Good. Very well then. Let's get started. I know for a fact that I didn't kill the man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. but I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. Ooh, we're already getting into the testimony? I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. So, if you'd please cooperate, we'll turn you over as soon as we land. That's it. That's her evidence. I don't think you could ask for a more perfect witness testimony. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Not really. It's hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. Do I even have... What the frick do I have in my court records? Travel wallet. Body found at 6:15 a.m. inside the elevator stopped at the first floor lounge. Sky magazine. Let's see what this says. All times shown correspond to our departure time zone. Okay, let's just press the statements. Tell me, what exactly puts the pro in professional flight attendant for you? Well, it means we are very professional about how we take care of our passengers. Services like fetching paper and responding to calls are done with speed and accuracy. I can assure you that I give testimonies with the same level of professionalism. But I'm sure you have already realized that by now, right? It's a bit hard to appreciate your professionalism when I'm the one under suspicion. And there you have it. My professional testimony is accurate and reliable. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm certain you are the killer. Hold it! You certainly seem sure of yourself. Ooh, she bowed. Of course! A professional flight attendant can't afford to make mistakes after all. Perhaps. But you must admit there are a few who can look at a murder with a clear mind. We attendants all go through extensive training and are always calm and collected. We'll even calmly serve you coffee if you so wish, as the plane makes a splashdown. I fail to see how that would be calm and a rational thing to do in an emergency. I can't speak today. Even until the bitter end, we are there to serve the passengers. That is the duty of all professional flight attendants. You certainly are confident. Anyway, shall we return to your testimony? Hold it! Yes. What did you see in front of the elevator? That's what I was just about to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth. Framed by the elevator doors and bathed in the light coming from within. Hold it! The murder weapon dripping with blood. Really now? I swear that was the grisly scene I saw before me. Thank goodness it wasn't a passenger who saw, or there'd be widespread panic by now. As I recall, you were quite panicked yourself at the time. Excuse me. You were scared enough to misread the situation and accuse me of murder. Nonsense. Professional flight attendants cannot afford to be that flustered. I witnessed the murder scene and I'm now listening to your defense, all with a smile. Apparently, you also lie with a smile on your face. So, if you'd please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. Hold it! I am not the culprit, and yet you would keep these restraints on me. Mr. Edgeworth, please try to understand what kind of situation you're in right now. And what exactly is my situation? I have the backing of the captain to keep you bound in this way. We are within our legal right to restrain anyone who might threaten our captain mid-flight. In essence, you're in the same situation as someone who has been arrested by the police. So, I am to stay restrained until I can clear up all of her doubts. At least I'm close. Her mistake shines like the silver lining on a dark rain cloud, and I'm going to capture some of that light with evidence. The murder weapon? Where's the murder weapon? This is it. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, why are you apologizing? I was being unprofessional. As a pro, I should have listened to your question with a smile. And I must also answer questions with a smile. Standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. Ugh. Definitely has to be something with the murder weapon. Is it a travel wallet? Okay, maybe it's a travel wallet. If it's not, I'm gonna kill myself. No! Oh, okay. Miss Teniero. Oh, what is he yelling all of a sudden? Ugh, force of habit. Well, it doesn't matter. Miss Teniero, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. Is that correct? Yes, all that blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. What? I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky. The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Miss Teniero. What? Impossible! Now then, do you still think I am the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet? But I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did. As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you'd be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you'd agree that it's only grape juice. Then, that's right. You missed grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist. No! No. I'm gonna get yelled at if I'm too loud. There. That should clear up that pesky accusation. Wait, just a sec. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it's wrapped around something heavy. I demand you show me what's inside. Please. She's trembling. And the tackled on please at the end. Sounds like I've got her. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light. No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of the wallet for myself. She's a persistent one. I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Miss Teniero, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me. Alright. I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here. It seems that this passport is all that's in here. As you saw, there is nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. Wouldn't you agree? That word moot reminds me of that crazy substitute teacher we had. You know that crazy one? Oh, what was her name? I don't remember her name. But she was the crazy one. That's all I can say. Please hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? Can I take a look? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. This is... just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Acme Hicks, which makes it the victim's property. You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you? How dare you! You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon, but it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit was. As you claimed, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks's money, weren't you? Ma'am, Edgeworth is the chief prosecutor. What the fuck is he gonna do with the money? He gets paid so much. Bro. So, even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me. I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? As you claimed, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet.
Hold it!
Shouldn't that be proof enough for you that I did not murder the victim? Not at all. Oh, and why not? Because that wallet may not have been what I thought it was.
Hold it!
You think I stole it? Yes, I'm sorry to say it. And I wouldn't usually be so rude, but it must be said. I never thought I'd see the day we're here. I am calling a passenger a thief. Maybe I should put on a serious face and say it more directly. I believe you removed the wallet from the victim's personage. It really doesn't matter how you phrase it. What I'd like to know is why you think I stole Mr. Hicks' wallet.
Hold it!
I don't think I have any sort of motive to speak of. I've never met Mr. Hicks before, and our only connection is this one flight. But that is more than enough of a reason. How do you figure? He was sitting in first class, and I think the implication is quite clear.
Hold it!
You think I was after his money? Where did that cockamamie come from? True, you were also a passenger in first class, but I thought something was off about you and those deeply etched lines on your forehead. They're not lines, they're perfectly normal and a part of my natural face. I don't think I've ever met someone with such a terrible countenance on a plane before. And that's when it hit me. You have the face of someone with money trouble. She really is making a fool of herself pursuing this line of logic. I should swear on her present a piece of evidence that contradicts her testimony. Okay, let's see what I have. There's but a passport inside. There's no money inside the wallet.
Objection!
Whew. I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Teniero? What is it now? Miss Teniero, I wonder if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony. What are you talking about? Simply put, you saw with your own eyes. The only thing inside Mr. Hicks' wallet was his passport. If I really was after his money, then why would I steal a penniless travel wallet? But that's right. You, Mr. Edgeworth. You didn't know it was empty when you stole it. You would like to think that, but that's not possible. What do you mean it's not possible? There's no way the killer didn't know that the wallet was empty to begin with. Oh, what makes you so certain? How can I show her that the killer knew the wallet was empty from the get-go? Oh, there's money all over him.
Take that!
If you would recall the crime scene, I admit that the wallet was probably not empty at the time of the murder. That's pretty evident by the bills and cards strewn around the inside of the elevator. Oh no! I think you've come to realize the problem with your logic. I would surmise that the victim's wallet fell out during their struggle. And that's when its contents emptied the floor of the elevator. I doubt the killer could have missed such an occurrence. Then you're saying... Yes. According to your supposition, if I were the killer, I would have been going after a wallet I knew to be empty. And since I clearly was not attempting to gather the scattered money, it renders your argument of theft completely invalid. Forgive me! Please! Hey, what the heck? Are you saying the attendant's wrong? So that guy isn't the killer? Don't believe it, everyone. It's his trick. Will you all please be quiet? Miss Taniero. Yes. You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge is dark, and looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought I was the killer. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you for releasing me. What is it now? Miss Teniero, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged. It sounds like Borginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... I said that he is giving the roundabout. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well, see? You, the attendant. Yes, sir. Oh, I can take it. Don't say... I want this person to be under the arrest until we arrive at the airport. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I ain't finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You! How dare you try to waste my time! You are the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Well, I'd hope I don't dissolve in water, but I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Zinklabank II. I am a very wealthy man in the Virginia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you just mean just now? Pardon? When you said that Edgeworth was giving me the runabout... I have to explain! Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have a second time to waste. Time is money, as they say. Yes, and yet you continue to blather on. I saw it, yes I did. I saw the victim go into the elevator, going down into the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. And, what's the significance of the time? At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. Mrs. Tennant, what time did you discover the body? Well, it was a little after the patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:50. Hicks was his name, was it? Then I say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at the time was this prosecutor, yes? Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too. I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. I was eating. Still haven't finished, see? The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. No complaint. I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at the point, but it wasn't me. Oh, you say! But do you have what you say, the evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you were quite certain in what you saw. Enough to give testimony? Of course! I was looking at that man the whole time. He was playing with that annoying, little, small machine this whole time. Machine? Yes, that's what you people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with a click, click, click! From the description, it sounds like some sort of small computer. I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is saying, it's talking about, is a cell phone. I have to say, I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. A simple cell phone. A laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty. All it produces ugly sounds. Anyways, I know what I saw. Miss Taniero. Yes? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. Ew. Ew. I almost choked. You want to examine the crime scene? If you'd grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprits. I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen. Yes, I think that is how you say it in English. It is Fox guarding the henhouse, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Taniero, if you wait until we arrive, there's a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. Ha! This should not be approved! Please, Mr. LeBlanc. In all emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now, please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back. You were not planning to erase evidence when you were doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. Ha! We will see. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. What? Unbelievable! I am in your debt. I am in your debt, Miss Taniero. However, there is one condition. I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? Of course. I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural as I am still a suspect in this case. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to touch the partner button. Wait! Oh, cute. She gets to be the partner. It's time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge. Oh, we'll talk to her! Are you in need of assistance? Miss Taniero, I'd like to ask you about investigating the lounge. As long as you have the captain's permission, I can't stop you from looking around. If you could pass a message along, tell him I'm grateful for his spirit of cooperation. I will. However, please realize that you are still under suspicion. To be honest, I still have my doubts about you. Of course, and I take no offense. Do you really understand what I'm saying? Yes, verily. Do you pinky swear? Do you pinky swear you do, on your honor as a professional prosecutor? I pinky swear I do, on my honor as a professional prosecutor. Well, I guess that settles that. I feel like my honor as a man slowly diminishing. I gotta present the prosecutor's badge. It's my seat. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything particularly useful for an investigation. It's not as if I'm constantly prepared for such a thing to occur. If I may have a word with you. This steak so awesome. That's great to hear. However, I would like to ask you a few questions. I was here whole time, so wouldn't know. Eat or speak, please pick one. Munch, munch! I feel like I'm going crazy doing these sounds. I think he chooses to eat. Yes, I can hear that. Hey miss, how about another glass? Excuse me, but I was wondering if you know anything about the murder. How about it? How about a glass together? I'm sorry, but I must decline. I wasn't talking to you. I was asking the queue attendant. I'm sorry, but I'm on the clock right now. But if you need a refill, I'd be happy to bring you another glass at any time. You got it, Toots. That's no way to talk to a lady. Don't get near me, you criminal. He said, don't get near me, you criminal. I am not the killer, and I intend to prove that starting now. But that's contrary to the facts. He says, but that's contrary to the facts. I can understand his English just fine, thank you very much. Wow, this murder happened while I'd still be asleep. Or awake, I guess. Corona got my sleep schedule a little effed up. Ooh. I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Teniero. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you to that extent. I don't want you to think your standing with me has changed. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that. We reserve the right to stop your investigation if you feel you are not making progress. I have to be right back. What? Leave me alone then. Okay, I'm kinda back. You know what, I'm gonna check something real quick. Okay, I have checked. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at that time. So my time runs out at his crew's discretion, does it? I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board? I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat. We made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes in first class without a staff keycard. And they found no record of a keycard being used at all. Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing. No one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Begin investigation. Ooh. Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere.
If we're to believe what you say is true, then yes.
The first order of business will be to gather information to win your trust.
The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters. But we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed.
There must be still clues to be found here in this lounge. I must remain ever vigilant. Hold on. Oop. Glasses and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence.
It's been a while since I've seen even this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off.
I guess the shaking of this plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Sorry, I almost died. I mean, not really. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. The toppled over chair, yet another victim of the turbulence.
Ah! No! Look at all that grape juice staining the back! I may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable.
It was.
Yes! It was used when the Rocker Pals came to tour this plane. The Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair.
I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals?
I can't believe you've never heard of them. They're all the rage! The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They added the Pals part as they became more popular, especially among teens.
Oh, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe about them later. On second thought, I can already see how confusing the conversation would get. Hello? Okay. These counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds, they tell me nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, you look like you're talking to the clouds.
Is that so? Then tell me, what do you suppose I said to them?
I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation.
The clouds, they tell me nothing. There are a few copies of the Sky magazine in this magazine rack.
This one's special is an English trivia quiz.
That's not a bad idea. I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle.
No, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth. Whoever heard of such silly words as participle?
Case in point. Yuck, yuck. These counter windows offer a glimpse of the sky. These clouds. Oh, I already read that.
Ooh, a piano! Let's play edgy. This grand piano is the pride of this plane.
Oop. I paused on accident.
It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive.
That's not a piano! It's more like an overgrown music box.
But its keys to press along with the music, although there really is someone playing it.
Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys.
It's a sham.
These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There's quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through this area.
Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you.
I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name.
This door leads to the flight attendant's room, but please understand that it is off limits to unauthorized personnel.
The room is giving off the scent of woman's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great. However, to me, it simply smells. Not that I have any interest in what lies behind this door.
Perhaps we should return to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth?
Sorry, I spaced up for a second there.
Let's look at these statues.
What or who is this?
This is a statue of the founder of iFly Airlines, Mr. Higo iFly. What kind of name is iFly? Ifly. The one on the left is of when he was in his 40s, and the other one is him in his 80s.
The man actually aged in the span of 4 decades. Maybe I need to squint more.
Okay, let's investigate every nook and cranny.
What floors does the elevator service?
Only the first and second, although it can go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew key card.
So, the only floors accessible to the passengers are the first and second, huh? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I wonder what was hanging off on this lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. Now if I could just put my finger on it. I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body in an elevator on this flight.
So, Mr. Hicks, he's really dead?
Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for when there's a corpse literally right there.
Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes.
I see she's over the trembling now, although new symptoms seems to have appeared. Anyway, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks's head. Could that be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Even his glasses are broken. Ooh, a dog statue. Money is strewn all over the floor in the elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hicks's wallet at some point.
Let's examine the dog statue.
What is this sinister-looking figure on the floor here?
Oh, that's a piggy bank of art. Oh, that's like a tanuki. Or maybe that's actually a dog. Is it a dog? What is it?
A raccoon? A raccoon? I don't know.
Oh, that's the piggy bank of our company's mascot, Mr. iFly. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell in our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition and is so popular that we're down to our last one.
You have an in-flight shop?
Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks's body was discovered.
There's blood on here. Could that have been the murder weapon?
Let's see if this connects.
A statue with blood on it, lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! I think I figured something out.
Yes, what is it?
The way the blood is on this looks like it matches up with the wound on his head.
Well, aren't we deserving of the master of the obvious title? Well,
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Do you think that's worth investigating?
It would appear that this figurine is a murder weapon.
Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection.
Perhaps Master of the Obvious would be more befitting. He's so mean. What's the killer? Maybe in the elevator? No, that doesn't make sense. Oh. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. In the elevator, do I... Let's save state real quick because I'm a cheater, pumpkin eater. Okay, I think I should investigate more though. So, how are y'all all doing today? Okay, let's try this. I don't think these make sense together, but... Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, they don't. Ugh. Okay, maybe I talk to Rhoda. What have I not examined? Oh, shoot, okay. There's some spilled grape juice in front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence.
Oh, we must clean that up or someone might get hurt.
Aha!
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I found some very important evidence. The footprints!
Take that!
What is it?
They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they are a set of footprints.
So, you think...
Oops, if y'all heard that burp, I'm very sorry. Excuse me. Oop. Yes, these belong to our killer. What?! Okay, gamers, I'm back.
Oh, then maybe you should check the footsteps of everyone in first class.
I don't think that's what will be I don't think that will be of any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match.
Oh, I see.
Okay, now let's see. I have it!
I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Edgeworth.
I can prove that someone other than myself was here at around the time of the murder.
What? Really?
Yes, it's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding, or rather the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me that this very fact, that someone exited the elevator alive. Ah, Marina! Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person.
But couldn't the footprints be from Mr. Higgs himself?
Ah, but if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless. Which means Mr. Higgs wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There was actually one other person inside the elevator.
Ooh, jotted down my organizer. Ew. Well, shit, what else do I have to do? Hi, Marina. Ew. Can we go inside the... Why are you on your knees? What happened? Where's who? Harina? Are you okay? I already read this. Ugh. What else is there to talk about? Maybe I present some stuff to Rhoda. Okay, let's talk. Oh shit.
I was wondering if you noticed anything, Miss Teniero?
Yes, I can't help but notice the sad atmosphere in here.
Yes, it is a rather tragic crime.
I'll say, robbing the poor man after bludgeoning him to death. Talk about rubbing in the salt. I can't forgive someone who would do this to a passenger of mine. I swear as a professional flight attendant that I will capture the culprit with my own hands.
And I promise as a prosecutor to solve this case with logic and deduction. I should go over all the leads I've collected so far one more time. The key to solving this lies at the investigation of my logic and the evidence at the intersection.
Let me present everything.
Oh shit, what the fuck? That was scary.
I'm still very concerned what you were talking about and why you were on your knees. Please get up. Unless you're talking about Cammy. Miss Big Titties. I don't know when she's coming in. I think it's a little later because she has some, like... Man!
If these footprints do in fact belong to the culprit, then I would say it was very careless to leave them.
If I was a killer, I swear that as a professional killer, I'd never leave footprints behind.
That is all well and good, but I'm afraid it's of little use in our pursuit of the killer.
Teniero, but awesome. Yeah, Big Boobies is somewhere. I don't know when we get to see her. I think Francisca shows up first, and then we see them Bazoinga as the boing. So, no idea. I'm very excited. I'm gonna become Salmonella in, like, real life. Let me kill myself.
I feel like I'm still missing a link or two.
Yes, I feel like you're missing a link or two, too. Let's see. Okay, I only have the broken glasses. What else do I investigate? Let's try here. You think YouTube was censoring your comments from me? No! That's homophobic. Hold on. Is there, like, an anti-censor thingy? Don't tell me to not make funny sounds. Funny sounds is like my one talent, and you're gonna take that away from me? That's just rude. Can't believe you do that to me. Tell your friends.
Maybe I examined this. I don't really know. what's over here? I can see boob! Oh shit, my dad's calling. Huh? I already took it! Can't have shit in this house! I thought I was getting yelled at for screaming boob, but no. My dad just made tea, and he was like, please get it, but I already took it! I already took the tea! Hero worshipping. Ah, shit, god damn it. What am I supposed to examine? Marina, why would you? You're an actual friend of mine. And plus, I don't know where they went. It's all good. Don't worry. But I don't want you to feel obligated to be here. Is that a credit card? No. Oh, what am I supposed to look at? I have all that evidence. His glasses. Over 1,000,000 times. I lost my glasses. I lost my glasses. Do you like evidence, Sir Top Hat? Do you love proof, Sir Defendant? Ooh, what's this? Man, it's the same shit! No, he looks like Byakuya Togami. Byakuya. The clouds, they tell me nothing. He looks like Raven! Shit! Hold on. Ooh. Byakuya looks like. Wait, have you not seen the Raymond B? Wait, you have. Everyone. It goes full circle. Bro. Oh, Ripple, hi. Don't bite me, you ass. Ah, yes, Abby Hicks. Ah, shit, I really don't know what to do. I feel so stupid. Dun, 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 ooh, don't make me pull out a guide. I don't really know what I'm doing. Put Ripple on the mic. Hey, Rippy, do you have something to say to your fans? He kicked my face! He's not happy with this. Rippy. I hope that satisfied your... hope that satisfied Rippy. Okay.
Please don't step on my laptop. Whoa, what are you doing, honey? Oh, apparently I was supposed to examine his pocket. Guess who's a grade A idiot? Me. It's right there too. I'm so stupid. It's like I'm obviously missing the glaring parts. There's something sticking out of this pocket. Hope you won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. Yo! Is he in, like, Machu Picchu? It looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. Look at Raymond! Look at Raymond. Ooh, deduce. Shit. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, okay, he's supposed to have a cell phone on his... Let me check, is that it? Yeah, he has a phone on his lanyard. Now it's gone! Wherever could it have been? Take that! Eureka! Oh, Eureka! Mr. Hicks's machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? His cell phone, Miss Taniero. Ah, so I guess because it's not here. Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Yes! My health is back. What's going on over there? Unforgivable! This is unforgivable! Do you understand what I'm saying? The movie is late! It's the same level of bad as if the plane arrived late! But the movie... What? I will not talk to you anymore, you are just wasting my time! What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there is no emergency, please return to your seat, sir. Do not tell me what to do! I need to sit down! Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you are innocent yet? If you would like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. What? Nonsense! Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken, merely there is no room for doubt. There is room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine, suit yourself! Big boobs, big boobs, big boobs, big boobs, big boobs, big boobs, big boobs. I'm certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on the pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after it was in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must have been the criminal. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusion seemed to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of the murder was me. So my eyewitness testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come, let me see. Hurry, do I look like a man who was waiting for the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyways, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony account somehow, and fast. What I saw. I don't like doing his voice. Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course, I saw what was inside. And you were sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person inside that was Mr. Hicks, was the Mr. Hicks man. This last outburst is a bit too important to let go.
Was he really alone? Of course! I will even bet 1 cent! A cheap aunt for a cheap testimony. But if that's how you want to play it, I'll happily take your 1 cent. It was when the needle's on my... I don't feel like reading that. I assume the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking, is that correct?
Oh, you noticed? It's a very expensive antique, I'll have you know. The feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up by hand.
It does look very well designed and quite classy.
I will have to charge you if you want to touch it.
That's quite alright. Let's continue with your testimony.
Humph, what a cheap man you are. Now return the time you wasted back to me. And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator at 6 o'clock.
It's true that I found the victim's body at 6:15.
And that's when I found the 2 of them as well. You see, it all matches my testimony.
That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard of.
No, you silly opinions, what mistaken?
Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you are both mistaken. Well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what is. I spy a little hole in his words. As you wish, Mr. LeBlanc, I will now show you my proof of the innocence. You proof of my innocence. Okay, let's see. I think I can present this, but I'm not really sure. Dun, 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 dun. Only person at the lounge at that time must have been the criminal. Yet there are footprints that are walking away, dragging the body. So... Ah, fiddlesticks. I forgot I can speed up really fast. Okay, let's try the other statement. Inside was the Mr. Hicks man. Okay. Mr. LeBlanc.
What is it?
There's a very glaring contradiction in your testimony.
What do you mean?
Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There is spilled grape juice.
Yes, and will you also admit you also spilled it with the blood?
No, it is spilled during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set grape juice footprints. It's a set of grape juice footprints.
Footprints?
Yes, the ones that led from within the elevator door out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited out the elevator alive.
Oh!
There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Can you please translate for us? No way, that's totally impossible, I guess is what he said.
No way, that is totally impossible! I know there was no other person in there. I saw with my own eyes. Big boobs!
If you want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth, I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. I suppose she's right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please just once more will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me?
I was upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. Happened to follow the man with my eyes when he passed me. And I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear there was no one else inside. No one!
Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please come down.
What? Dare you two have an issue with my eyewitness testimony?
No, not at all. Please forget I said anything. Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let this testimony stand as the truth. Hold it. So, are you still upset now?
I am always upset. The only time I am not is when I have a piece of art in my hands.
It's surprisingly easy to believe that about him.
I was more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me.
Why were you so attentive to that time?
Because something unforgivable was happening.
Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier.
I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back my time in money. You understand the point.
Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? A summary of that, the plot, and the start time. Interesting.
They were supposed to show License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder.
Live, laugh, love.
I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it in the international flights. I looked forward greatly to that movie. I checked my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time on which it came on board. So my watch is not wrong, it matched the schedule. But the movie was still late, very, very late.
Your pocket watch. I'd like to ask you a little more about it, if it's alright. Oh shit. Rippy, can you get off my blankie? Thank you! Well, bye, kitty cat! Can you leave after I finish this? You're just mean to me. So mean to me. Okay, let me see. It does say at 6 that the movie's starting, so there's no contradiction there. From 6 to 8. Okay. Let me press me. So this movie you mentioned, is it the one listed in the Sky magazine?
Yes! I was looking forward to watching the License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder.
Miss Teniero, was this movie shown on this flight? Yes, it was shown at the scheduled time. Isn't it possible you simply slept through it by accident?
Nonsense, you doubt me?
No, now stop pointing at me like that. Sorry, I was drinking some tea. Destination's time. Maybe he has Borginian time on his watch. Let's check this again. Flight itinerary. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Let's hold it. You sure about what you just testified, Mr. LeBlanc?
Yes, of course, I am a very busy man. I am immediately busy when I land. I have many places to go and no time to waste adjusting my pocket watch.
I see. That was a very valuable statement you just made.
Flatter me all you want, but you will not get 1 cent out of me.
That's alright. All he requires is a piece of testimony. Since you only happened to see him, is it possible that you missed something in that glance?
Even if it only happened, I did not miss a thing.
And how can he be so sure?
Just because.
I would appreciate if you didn't take my life so lightly with the simple just because.
Well then, I was only making a joke. Is Mr. Hicks alright? And I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. Something tells me his watch is off. But I don't know how to prove that.
Hold it.
Why do you insist that you are absolutely not mistaken?
Because when I say I'm not wrong, I am not wrong! Mr. LeBlanc, if I may, I think beyond misconceptions and mistakes lie the truth.
Funny. That suspiciously mirrors something I told her only a little while ago.
I honestly don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying.
I don't think he's lying either, but I think he might be mistaken about something. Oh, shit.
Dang it, I paused it on accident.
Mistaken? Yes, and I'm going to correct his mistaken recollection with evidence.
And this professional attendant shall witness the prowess of a professional prosecutor. Okay, let's see what I have. Supposedly had I gone missing? This thing is really cute. Okay, well, we already have that established. Let's see, the itinerary. Drinks at 10 a.m. Now, if the movie's starting at 6... Hold on. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm not sure what to present. So I checked my pocket watch many times. Okay. To the destination time. To my destination's time. Well, time zones do exist. I'm gonna press on that one last time.
Hold it.
Okay, let's...
Objection.
Okay.
Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony.
I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board.
Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination.
Yes, and the correct time is worth it 6 cents. My back.
Hope none of y'all heard that. That was kind of loud. I'm so sorry. I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe the Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Miss Teniero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now?
Well, we made a short stop at the transfer point.
That's right. It was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Zhangfa.
We didn't readjust our onboard clock at that time. So right now, we're still running on Borginian time.
What? The time difference between Virginia and our destination is 9 hours. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1,000,000 cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m. This should clear up all of the remaining accusations.
So this basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right?
Yes, because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time, and what was he doing?
I've got something to say.
And you are?
Yeah, I'm Cammy Meal. I'm a flight attendant.
And what is it you wish to say?
Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in the seat at like 5 a.m., you know? What?
How can he be so sure of the time?
Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button while we were parked at the transfer point. Ah, the stop.
Ah, the stop we made for the refueling and cargo transfer in Zhangfa, correct?
Yes, it was from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. according to our clocks.
And during that time, did any of the passengers leave, or did any new ones board this flight?
No. Not a single person got off in Zhangfa. Off or on in Zhangfa.
What about the flight's crew?
The few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off. But eventually, everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane.
So basically I can assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. Interesting. I should keep that in mind.
Yeah, and I answered his call. I could tell you Mr. Acme Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m.
Alright, then that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15 a.m.
Okay, now what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth?
I remember coming down almost as soon as we left the Republic of Zhangfa.
Ah! You were here the whole time from 5, yes? Then you are the only one who could be the killer. Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in this lounge the entire time from 5 a.m. onwards?
Unfortunately, yes.
But then, how do we explain the footprints? Is that not obvious? This man waited for Mr. Hicks here in the lounge, waited to kill him.
I don't know how to handle voices. So I'm just straining myself, trying to make him sound funny, and then
he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness may have been mistaken. But what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator in the second floor does not matter. Because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge.
Everything happened in this lounge. Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc?
What, do you have another idea?
I simply feel that there is something out of place in the scenario you presented. Is there something that can be tie this crime to the location other than this lounge?
Wouldn't it
be the footprints?
Take that!
These footprints. In which direction do you think these are headed?
That would be the in-flight shop.
Correct. They are headed in the direction of the shop.
But they look disconnected. They end all of a sudden.
You are right to point that out, that they do not form one continuous trail to the shop. However, there is one piece of evidence that connects the shop to our crime scene.
Oh, be the little iFly, Mr. iFly.
Take that!
Take that! The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there, and it is not displayed here in the lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious?
Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared it taking it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you are innocent at all.
Is there no way to win with this man?
If I may. What is it? You see. Well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says. Oh, and why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that. That piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes.
And when was this?
It was maybe around 5:40 a.m.
Isn't that just before we hit that patch of turbulence?
That's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence. Yes, I was.
Come to think of it. Miss Teniero, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door.
Yes, I did.
And what is beyond that door?
That's the flight attendant's room. Then you were on the first floor? Yes. I had to do something at the shop in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first, and then to the flight attendant's room.
Are you saying you passed by me at some point?
Yes, you seemed really into the issue of the Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by.
I vaguely remember someone walking by, but I didn't take note of who it was.
Anyway, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Why did you go to the shop in the first place? I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes, the upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know.
In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well.
Shall we head over there then?
What is it now?
Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're all right. Huh, that's weird. What is? Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Teniero?
It means she's lying. Go on, admit that you are. You said you had permission to search all over, but you didn't. And yet here you are. You flight attendant! What are you trying to do? Pull the sheep over us? The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way.
Miss Teniero, why would you do such a thing?
Please excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you would follow me, I will be your guide from now on.
There's something about Miss Teniero that has piqued my curiosity. But right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority.
Okay, after investigating the shop, I think I'm gonna be done. Thanks to the 3 people that joined. Appreciate it. Well, let me talk to these assholes real quick. Oh, I am really mad. You had better hurry and bring me some evidence.
If you could wait just a little longer while we look into the shop.
Don't number the buds before they are born.
Don't number the what? I have no idea what he's trying to say. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, perhaps? All I ask of you is your patience and cooperation. Miss Meal, about investigating the invite shop. You're of no use to me asleep. Wake up!
What's up?
I need you to come with me so I can search the shop.
Go on ahead without me. I'll catch up with you later.
How has this woman not been fired yet?
It's because she's got big boobies and everyone likes looking at big
Boobs? So, this is the in-flight shop. It's quite a mess in here.
You think? Guess I'll have to clean things up then.
Hold on, you can't clean up a potential crime scene.
Oh, thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much.
I mustn't rush things here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Because this piggy bank was left at the crime scene. There's a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. Inside this display case is a row of lifesavers and life vests for sale.
We sell a lot of those when there's some kind of accident or something. But some people buy them even when nothing's going on. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Care to buy one?
It seems that the shop is one shopper away from being sued. Stuffed toys, just like the one Miss Meal is holding, are on display here. They're relatively cheap, which explains why they're displayed so haphazardly.
How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? You know you want one too. They're great for when you're stressed.
Why do I envision stuffed animal abuse when she says that?
Oh look, Francis and Lang just showing in the corner. I love them. Love them both.
The glass from this display case, the glass from this display case's door is shattered all over the floor, and it looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Wait, actually, I think there is something. What's this? A mini captain's hat.
Let's talk to her. Hello, Miss Meal. You a snack? You looking like a five star full course meal. I don't fucking know. I don't know much about this shop, but you can still ask me about whatever. I want to present you my badge. Oh, I love to have this piece of jewelry. Can I have it?
No, you may not. This is a prosecutor's badge.
Oh, Pooey, then why'd you show it to me?
I wanted to prove you that I really am a prosecutor, and that it's not possible for a prosecutor like me to commit such a crime as... I see I'm just wasting my time with Cousin Here. So, what do you think about what has happened regarding this case?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I think you're the killer, though, Mr. Edgeworth.
I can assure you that I am here in the shop to prove just the opposite.
Yeah, but it was me that got you the permission to look around. You know? So don't forget that, okay?
How am I supposed to thank you properly if you insist on falling asleep?
You know, I didn't really show anything. You think that item for sale over there?
Sorry, but you're going to have to make do with my words of appreciation. flowers in a beautiful arrangement. I feel cleansed just by looking at them. Stratchworth, you're getting pollen all over. Oh, excuse me. What are these? Oh, those are our company's completely original line of suitcases. They're practically flying out the door, and that's how popular they are. You should buy one and see how you like it. You won't regret it. Perhaps that's how things work on this flight, but in the real world, you try, then buy. No way, but either way, it doesn't really matter. True. Either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they've boarded the plane? Anyway, see that? Just look at all the iFly heads painted on there. Cute company mascot, isn't he? They're painted on with a lot of care. Doesn't he look like he's about to jump out at you? He's certainly making something jump inside my stomach. Oh, I guess it's not fulfilling your refined taste. You look like you really wanted to get one. And I thought I was gonna finally make my first sale, but you saw right through it. Glad that's done, though. And never make me try to give you a sales pitch ever again, okay? But I never showed any interest in it to begin with. It really is pretty horrible, isn't it? You wanna know something? The suitcase was designed by Miss Rhoda. Miss Teniero designed this. Yeah, it was a company-wide contest. Well, it does have very sharp design sense. Sharp? Like stinky sharp cheddar, maybe. I really have no idea why the bigwigs decided to go with it. It's so... ugh. Miss Teniero designed this, did she? It's definitely not what I would have expected. Ah! You okay? I'm fine. Please watch yourself, Miss Meal. Letting a suitcase roll around has surely got to be a safety violation. Here, I'll put it back. Glass from the display case's door shattered all over the floor. And it looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Oh, I already read this. What the fuck do I need for? Oh, you want me to do it again? Huh. Okay, let's examine these suitcases. The suitcase is designed by Miss Teniero. That's one sharp design. Can I not examine it? Like, close up? Okay, let's see what I have in the logic button. Murder weapon, Mr. iFly. Oh, well, cause what the... I like making random sounds because I'm a little bored and I wanna... Ooh, 3 viewers. Hi to the 3rd viewer. Sorry if you just heard me. The hat probably used to be on the piggy bank's head. Let's give it a go and see. I believe this piggy bank was forcibly removed from this display case. Does this mean that the killer broke the glass to get at it? Oh, I have 2 viewers again. Really? Don't tell me you don't know where things go where in the shop. Well, I don't. Miss Rhoda's in charge of this place. So come on, how should I know anything? I sense that further inspection of this display case is needed. Okay. Let's examine the display case. Ooh, is that me? I'm a man. Is this the same man as the one portrayed by the statues around the elevator?
Yeah, that's a paperweight of the founder of iFly Airlines, Mr. Hugo iFly. On the bottom shelf, we have the cute one. The middle shelf is the realistic one. And on the top shelf, that's the floral version.
Floral? Are you sure about that? Let me guess. You just said the first thing that came to your mind, right? Looks like I hit the bullseye. Ooh, books. The glass on this door is broken. Perhaps it was the killer who broke it in order to take the piggy bank.
No, because there's glass shards on the outside, which means... Ah!
What is it?
I touched the glass and it caught my... why am I talking to her like that? I touched the glass and it caught my finger. It hurts, Mr. Edgeworth. It hurts.
Please tell me you can deal with such a minor cut on your own.
Okay, so I'm assuming the statue broke out. And then the killer was like, mine now, bitch. Just slurped it up. Took that shit. Oh, okay. Fine. Fine! Fine. Okay. Let's deduce. Okay. I think... Okay.
Take that! Oh, Eureka! There's definitely something unusual about this.
About what?
If the killer had broken the glass to get at the Mr. iFly bank, there should be shards of glass inside the case itself.
I see. Yeah, I guess it'd be like that.
However, there's not a single piece of glass inside the display case.
Nope, there isn't.
Which means that the glass was broken from the inside out. The piggy bank must have fallen from the turbulence and right through the glass.
Yeah, that's for sure. There's so much glass all over the floor.
I'm willing to bet that this hat was knocked off its head at the time too.
That's nice.
Which leads me to believe that the killer took the Mr. iFly from here after the turbulence. Take your power naps on your own time, Miss Meal, and listen when I'm talking. But the murder occurred before the turbulence, which rules this piggy bank out as the murder weapon.
So you mean the bank's real... the bank's not the real murder weapon? It's a fake?
Yes, at this point, that is a very real possibility.
But then what if the killer went to take Mr. iFly? They broke the glass by accident?
The display case is locked, so that is highly unlikable. That is highly unlikely.
Yeah, but there's only one person who could have.
Oh? And who do you think that would be?
Miss Rhoda, of course. I mean, she's the one in charge of this place. She has the keys to everything.
Miss Rhoda Teniero, huh?
Okay, I think that's all I need here. I know I have to examine these suitcases. Oh shit. Okay, let's see. Logic. Turbulences and suitcases. Why are they in the display properly? You'd expect them to be all around the place, huh?
Yes, there's definitely something wrong here.
What's with the sudden yelling?
Tell me, Miss Meal, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases?
Oh, well, sure. They totally ooze strange, like the color and such.
That's not what I'm talking about. Now pay attention.
You're scaring me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry. These suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper.
Yeah, they look a bit uptight, don't they? But I guess they take after their creator.
Again, that is not what I meant, Miss Meal. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are the only things undisturbed by the turbulence? Never mind. I'd sooner find an answer by inspecting these suitcases myself. Upon closer inspection, they really are quite hideous.
I wonder how Miss Rhoda would have reacted if she heard what you said. What's wrong?
She makes a good point. It would be wise for me of me to say to watch what I say out loud. What's this? I spotted something that's not quite right.
What is so unusual about this suitcase? Ooh, the clicky thingy's out. The lock.
Take that!
Wow. Maybe it's the other one who's not locked? Okay. No risk. I'm not safe stating this.
Take that!
There's something very peculiar about these wheels.
As in?
As in, there are no stoppers in place of these. Without stoppers, one would think that the turbulence would have sent it flying.
And
so it is very likely that the suitcase was placed here after we hit that turbulence. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we?
ooh, I fly. It's kind of cute.
No, it's not. Je ne sais quoi about it. This design has a certain je ne sais quoi about it.
That's a funny word.
Yes, perhaps that is the best way to put it.
Let's see. Let's open up the suitcase if we can. Let's open her up. Open wide.
It would appear to be unlocked. Let's take a look at what's inside. A piece of cloth. And it's soaked with blood!
It's blood.
It appears that the suitcase is very strongly tied to a murder weapon after all.
Yes, investigation complete. So now explain this to me. What does the suitcase have to do with the murder?
I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used the suitcase in some sort of manner. Such as to move something, perhaps?
But aren't you just talking about the cloth then?
That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of.
Elevator? Oh, the dead body.
Take that!
Something that would fit inside a suitcase that is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it?
But
In light of this, I'd say that Mr. Hicks was moved onto the elevator from someplace else, which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location.
so you're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it?
Exactly. What is it?
Nothing. Just that I was thinking about what Miss Rhoda said about coming here for something. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth? I wanted to give you a bit more time. But I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. I'm very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. But the captain feels that he has allowed you ample time. He says that he'd appreciate if you could come wrap it up here and return to your seat.
I understand his sentiments. However, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. If I must stop, then I insist I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the two sites. Under your supervision, of course.
If that's your only condition, then I believe we can accommodate your wishes. I'm here to assist you in any way that I can, Mr. Edgeworth. Sounds like fun. We can camp out and watch over everything together. found proof that the real crime scene was not in the lounge. And I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. And yet, regarding what Miss Meal reminded me about Miss Taniero, I can't allow my investigation to end here. The truth must come to light. Yes! Okay. Well, that was like 2-ish hours. Thanks if anyone actually stuck around. So still says there are 2 viewers. Like, I don't really care if y'all aren't watching. The sentiment is there, and I appreciate it. So thank you. Anyways, I'm probably just gonna end it here. So let me crop. Oh shit! No! Yo! It's me! It's Salmonella. I told y'all earlier that was gonna be me. When I save state. Okay. And that's that. I will need a new background next time. But yeah, that was awesome, I guess. Goodbye.